Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review The Stand. And this was a mini-series for Paramount Plus, or I guess technically when it came out, CBS All Access, but you know, that's not a thing anymore, it's Paramount Plus. And this is an adaptation of the epic novel from Stephen King that unabridged is clocking in over 1,150 pages. And this is a post-apocalyptic wasteland after the world is in ruins due to a man-made plague. A battle of biblical proportions ensues between survivors. You have a group of survivors led by Mother Abigail, played by Whoopi Goldberg, who are just trying to do good and trying to bring life back to the world. And then you have Randall Flagg, the Man in Black, one of the most important antagonists in all of Stephen King's fictional mythology of his stories. And they go to philosophical battles. There's some dark, twisted things that happen along the way in this series. And this is from creator Josh Boone, who did The Fault in Our Stars and also New Mutants. One of the other directors was the one who directed Blow the Man Down from Amazon. So you have some talented young directors working on this film, in this mini-series. And I think the biggest issue is that this is a very, 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 very beefy book. And this adaptation fumbles trying to balance all of the different kinds of things going on in the book. There's too many subplots here. And yeah, you can have a lot of subplots in a film and it works. The reason that there's too many is they're not well done. They're not fleshed out. They're not made to be interesting or intriguing. And we're kind of just left to try to spend a bunch of time in this place when we'd much rather be somewhere else. And in terms of the cast here, I was just going to say, like, James Marsden, no offense to him, like, he doesn't bring a whole lot, I feel like, to this show. I feel like the main performers that do bring a lot of attention are Whoopi Goldberg, who plays Mother Abigail, who I think brings a good, spirited, veteran performance, and then Alexander Skarsgård as Randall Flagg. Whenever Flagg is on screen, I'm paying attention, I'm engrossed, I'm drawn in. Any other time, not so much. I just felt bored a lot of the time trying to connect with all these random threads thrown together. Too many characters, many of which are very underdeveloped. There's cool things that go on, like in New Las Vegas, this hedonism, that just being in that place is that much more interesting. There's definitely moments throughout this series where big impactful things happen and are captured in an impressive way, but I just feel like a lot of the pacing drags. It's not filled with as much energy as it should be. Things are being bogged down by trying to balance too many threads when they probably could have trimmed things back, made this a little bit leaner. This did not need to be 9-hour-long episodes for the most part. And, you know, whenever Flagg would return to on-screen, he's a great, charismatic antagonist. There's philosophical ideas at play between these two leaders. And really, this is some kind of post-apocalyptic thriller, but you're spending time getting to know your team and really which side you're on. And you have a very, very, very strong antagonist in the series. It just, will you connect with the rest of the characters? And that's tough because a lot of, you know, there's a lot of moving pieces to this series and a lot of different things of people learning things at different times, like Channel's complexity of Westworld, basically, throwing you all over the place. And I think this is a pretty disappointing adaptation of a Stephen King novel. I don't know how hard it will be to actually get this one covered because, you know, this is a weird series, hard to truly invest, and feel like you're episodes in before you even know who I'm supposed to be following the most and who's really my anchor into this story. This kind of was weak in those aspects. And, you know, in general, I think this is an interesting and potentially watchable series. I guess if it's something that like you're not going to really be interested in this artist anymore or this style, then maybe not. Or maybe you're just ready to try to get some experience, and wish you all luck with that. But this series is big, bloated, ambitious, and crazy at times and entertaining, but generally not something that is just, hopefully somebody will throw me, I'll have 9 hours to sit through The Stand. I don't know if this would be the first show that I would recommend to you. But those are my thoughts on The Stand. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.